Hello everyone, I hope you're well and welcome back to a Beetlejuice makeup look. I'm going in with a foundation and then instead of using my normal powder, I'm actually going in with a white eyeshadow just to kind of replicate that pale skin he has. I actually only watched Beetlejuice last year, so I'm a little bit behind on it, but of course I understand why it's so popular, so I'm very keen to do a makeup look finally. I'm adding some green eyeshadow to my brows to match the wig that I kind of made for this look. You'll see that a bit later. And then I go quite crazy with contouring with kind of like a dark grey shadow, and I actually go in with a bit of green as well, mostly on my cheekbones, my chin, and then my nose as well. I'm definitely going for a more exaggerated look, so what I'll do is I'll kind of start off and then just basically keep going in and adding it darker, more colour as I go along. Here I added some green blush as well as some green highlighter of course, and then I'm going in with lots of purple around the eyes. I had kind of a rough idea of what I wanted for this look, especially with the dark purple eyeshadow, so I kind of start off with a lighter colour all around the lid and the lower lash line of course, and then I basically build it up with darker purples, making sure to blend that out as I go along. Taking photos is quite interesting because it might look quite intense when you're just looking at it, but when you've got a camera or you've got bright lights it can wash it out a bit, so I really go in with some darker greys and even some blacks as well. In all honesty, I could have gone even harder on this makeup, but I'm still really pleased with it anyway. If you've been watching any of my other videos, you know I love a good pop on the centre of my lid, so I'm going in with some shiny purple eyeshadow. And then I go in and start lining my lower lash line with some black eyeshadow. I knew I wanted something on my neck, so I ended up doing these almost like black stripes, kind of emulating what he wears and a bit of a skeleton look. So I just did this with black eyeshadow, and then I do go in and just blend it just a little bit more so it matches the rest of the makeup. I feel like the black and white stripes are so like Beetlejuice iconic. The jacket I wear in this I've literally had for like 3 years because I was like, one day I'm going to use this for Halloween, one day. Here I am just kind of contouring a little bit further, a bit on my forehead as well, and then I'm going in and doing black eyeliner on my eyes. I do tightline my eyes a little bit as well just to make them appear a little bit darker. And then it's all about blending. Again, blending is such an important step in a lot of makeup looks, both by being able to add more layers. Here I'm actually adding in a bit more purple as well. You know I love my lashes, I just think they pop really nicely against the more intense eyeshadows I tend to do. And then with looks like this, I really find myself going back and just adjusting bits and pieces. Here I'm just fixing up some of the eyeliner. I then add some mascara to the lower lashes, and I do go back in with that black liner, just lining it a bit more, making it a bit darker. I definitely wanted to include a bit more of the green that Beetlejuice has, especially those like horribly wonderful green patches he has on his skin. So I just went in and kind of put some on my lip and then on my cheek, and then I do go back in with my forehead too, starting out with a light layer of green eyeshadow and then just darkening it up, and then eventually going in with a bit of grey as well. After doing this, I realised I really loved the green, so I actually went in back and kind of contoured with a bit more green, and then here I'm using a purple lipstick, and then I go in with a bit of sparkly eyeshadow as well. Now it's time to put on the wig, which, fun fact, was actually a silver wig I painted green onto. We love cosplay recycling. Again, a last minute adjustment. I wanted a bright green, especially on my neck, just to really pop against the green wig. At this point, it's always very fun looking in the viewfinder and seeing how I look, and with that, the makeup is done. All I need now is to put on a bunch of black and white stripes, grab my recently deceased handbook, and do some really cool poses. Until next time.